Hello YouTube friends, welcome to another video. Thank you for joining me in this video. I know I haven't really posted any of these videos basically on money making or anything like this. I wanted to share this with you guys because I haven't actually seen anybody doing what I'm doing, or maybe because I haven't searched for it on YouTube or anything like that. But I wanted to share with you guys the basically principle and the idea and the concept of how to make quick money during the weekends. If you have the weekends available, typically this is the best time to do it, is during the weekends. Now, to actually fulfill and actually be successful, the weekends is the best. Now, if you do work on the weekends, unfortunately, you might still be able to. I'll give you other ideas similar to it, but you still might be able to. So hear me out, okay? It is a very decent dollar amount that you can make each weekend, okay? So it literally depends on you and how you talk to people and how you get along with people and how you actually follow through. Okay, so I'll let you know exactly what I do, how I started, and why I started. And let me tell you, you can be successful if you do it in a very smart way. Now, this side hustle, I kind of taught myself in the hubbalicious way back in the day, and because of the amount of items that we have, that's how quickly, you know, we've been selling, and it's easy. Okay, so just because I said the word items, don't be like, oh well, yes, it is. You are gonna have to sell an item, but trust me, it's so easy to do it. Anybody can do it. So hear me out. I know you saw the thumbnail. I am holding a stack of bills. Right there is a total of $580. The largest bill that I accepted was a $50 bill. Everything in between are 20s, 10, 5s, and a whole bunch of ones, okay? But I mean, money is money, right? And then even coins. I even take coins. This is how good it is. Sorry about the shadow here. This is literally my cell phone. There we go. We'll kind of move it a little bit like this so that's not there. I am in my garage. As you can see, it's like a not finished garage. So there's a little window right there, and then there's stuff. But I'll show you right now. Give me a sec. So hear me out. Back in the day, I don't know if you guys are familiar with that TV show Storage Wars. Does that give you a clue or what? So legit, what the hubbalicious and I were doing is we were before going online was like super easy, because back then we had what's called dial-up, so it was like forever long, and Google, I think, and YouTube and all that stuff had barely came out and whatnot, and you know, we were busy people. But I would purchase the newspaper in my small town, and I would use like Google and whatever, and I would just randomly Google storage places in Las Vegas. If you're not familiar with myself, there's other videos in my channel that, you know, show you that I am living in a small town outside of Las Vegas, north of Las Vegas, called Pahrump, Nevada is where I reside currently. Las Vegas, Nevada is the closest, largest city. And then of course Henderson and that area, but anyways, you get the gist of it. So what I in the hubbalicious used to do, now I did this more than the hubbalicious. The hubbalicious kind of did the let me look at the items and see what we can do with them. What I used to do is I used to call the storage places and be like, hey, you know, are you going to be having any type of auctions anytime soon? And so then the response was either yes, it's going to be this date, and these times, or it's going to be no, not yet, you know, and then they'll give you whatever. Typically in the month, this is like a Monday to Friday deal. So if the hubbalicious wasn't busy at all, and if it was a day that he can do it, then we will go and we would do it. Because he did always, you know, work in construction. He still did his tile work. So, I mean, we never stopped our, you know, 9 to 5 ordealio. But, you know, we tried our best to do a little bit of a side hustle as well. So we always had the extra money. We always had extra money coming in. So the whole point is you are gonna purchase the storage unit, and I'm pretty sure you can still do it till this day, because there is still people with, you know, storage facilities that want their money that haven't been paid, and that's the reason they sell the storage units. They auction them off to the highest bidder. The highest bidder, you know, of course, is the one that's gonna actually, you know, collect the items, clean out the storage unit, and then they're gonna just re-rent it to somebody else. That's how it works, okay? So you always want to have a flashlight available, a really good bright flashlight, 1. 2, you're also gonna want to have locks, and I'm not talking about little kitty locks. I'm talking about those big round locks, because as soon as you win the bid, they take your name, they take your phone number really quick, and then they put your name and phone number down by that locker, and then you, as the now owner, go and put your lock on the storage unit, because they'll break the locks of the person that didn't finish paying, okay? And then after every single unit is done selling, whether you bought them all or you didn't, whether you won them all or you didn't, you gotta wait until everybody's done, until the whole auction's done. You go up to the office, and then you are going to pay your total balance. I mean, you gotta be smart. I used to remember how much I paid for what units. I would put them either in my phone. I had a little notebook, because I didn't have this beautiful Galaxy that I have now. But anywho, then you would pay for your units, and then you had until the end of whatever that day was to clean out the locker. So my husband and I, hubbalicious, we have a trailer, and we had our truck. So we would put a lot of the stuff in the back of the truck, in the back of the trailer, and then you would just bring it home, and that's your stuff now. You own whatever lockers you bought. Now the great thing, and then here I'll tell you, the reason you need a big flashlight is because all they do is they open up the unit door straight up, and then you, as the potential buyer, you're gonna go ahead and grab your flashlight like a police officer, and you're gonna do this, and you're gonna do, see all those beautiful items right there? That's what you're gonna do. You're gonna aim your flashlight and be like, ah, Star Wars, I can make money off of that, and oh my god, and shoes, and this, and movies, books, blah 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 blah. Okay, that's what I have right now. Okay, but not every single unit's gonna be like that, okay? The shadow of my phone still bugs me. Hope it doesn't bug you guys. Anyways, and then, you know, that's basically because you cannot walk in, you can't open boxes, you can't touch nothing. You just gotta do it from afar. So that flashlight is gonna be your best friend, and then you and your partner, or if you're doing it by yourself, you gotta be smart. But if you and your partner, you know, chit chat and say, okay, from what I can see, I want to go as high as 75 bucks, because I think that's all it's worth, and I might be able to get double that. Okay, so you kind of guesstimate on like, oh, I can give those, you know, I can sell those books for like $1, $1.50, $2, oh, Star Wars, you know, blah blah blah. You just got to do the math in your head. No, of course not every single locker is gonna have Star Wars. No, not every single locker is gonna have collectibles. That's why you have to have that flashlight, okay? You got to be very, very smart about it. Now, the next step after that, you clean all those out, and then guess what? You come home and you do what we started doing, okay? But again, you have to pay attention, because here's the catch to all of it, what I'm telling you, what I'm sharing. Depending on your town, depending on your city, depending on your state, you might only be able to do certain garage sales or yard sales a month. So you have to be very, very smart, or in the year. Okay, so you might want to make sure you check downtown. If sheriff or police or whatever come and then tell you gotta close down, or hey, you've been doing this, I see you doing this so often, guess what, you can't fight it. You gotta say okay, and then you gotta close your shop. That's it. You just gotta close the door, garage, put everything away, whatever. So be mindful, be smart, read the city ordinances or the town or whatever. Just make sure you are aware of how many garage sales or yard sales you can do in the year, and then that's how you're gonna do it. I mean, if you want to be brave and then try until you get in trouble, I mean, that's totally up to you. I'm not saying to do that. Don't do that. Don't do it, because you can get in trouble. It could be something, I don't know, misdemeanor. I don't even know. I haven't really checked mine because I don't do them as often, but I know you'll get in trouble. You'll know. But nobody's actually ever stopped by. My corner where I live is super busy, so, and I've never had an issue ever whatsoever. But I don't do it every single weekend either. And then, so another suggestion, another thing you can do, which a lot of people do, but it might cut in, but it might be a little good for you to do it this way as well. You can also go and set up all your stuff, which takes a lot of work, but you can also rent a space at an either indoor swap meet if there's one near from where you live, or if there's like a big outdoor swap meet, like there is one in Las Vegas. It's the, I don't remember what's called, but there is an outdoor swap meet in Las Vegas. Now, the deal with that is I believe you have to show up like at 3 or 4 a.m. to actually get in line for when they do open, and you get your spot, and yeah, of course you gotta pay a fee. Some people actually leave little storage units, and that's their deal, and there's your little shop right there. I mean, you can do it that way too, or you can do it the way that we do it. We do it via garage sales, and as you saw, what I just showed you earlier is my garage. Is my garage. That is our garage. So let me show you what I have found in those lockers. And of course, some of the items are personal items of ours from inside our home, but the majority of the items that we do have did come from those storage units. Okay, and I just I wanted to show you guys really quick because this is something that you can get into. There we have a stereo right there. It's an old school one, definitely awesome. Then here's our garage fridge. But now you gotta be very, very smart when you do have your garage sales. Because I am in Nevada, I tend to pay attention to the weather. If I see that the weather is gonna be beautiful, I know I will have a successful weekend, and then it's a successful sale. Now, this weekend was an amazing weekend because I kept watching the weather, and I'm like, oh, it's going to be like super in the 70s early in the morning. And I start early. I'm an early bird now. Thank you, carnivore. But 7 a.m. is when I opened up my garage door. And let me show you what attracts people to my place. Okay, check this out. The Hubbalicious made this because I asked them to make something that is going to catch the attention of everybody. Bam, you see that? You see this beautiful sign? The Hubbalicious made it for me for our little business here. And that's one side, and this is the other side. Okay? Let me show you so you can get the actual idea of how big this thing is. There I am. I'm about 5'7". Okay? That's how big this thing is. Okay, 5'7", almost 5'8", because it's in some change. But look at that. Boom, you see this? This is how big this sign is, and it's heavy, and it's wood. okay? And he got very creative with the colors, and it's like super bright. Now, unfortunately, sometimes, you know, I'm not saying, okay, that's what contributes to stopping by, but it is a piece that does start a conversation, believe it or not. This garage sale sign is like golden. There's like, oh my God, we love your sign. It's like right there, and the arrow's pointing to your garage. I'm like, oh yeah, thank you. And then we start having a conversation. How are you guys doing? Blah blah blah. And everybody's like, oh, how is the weather feeling? You know, did I choose a good weekend? And you know, people agree. Blah blah blah. You gotta be a people person, okay? You have to, at least when it comes to making money. Now, one of the little, I would want to say negative to doing this is for the people that have these little tiny signs, okay? Those little, they blow away with the wind. Unfortunately, they, you know, they are cheap, and, you know, but then this happens. You see that? It folds. Sadly, this isn't mine. I found it outside because I live in a very, very popular corner. A lot of people do their garage sales or whatever. And I found it outside. I don't know from what street it blew, but it was somewhere over here in my front yard. And sadly, I don't know if people made it to whose ever garage sale that was. But let me go ahead and just show you most of the items that you in the storage units. Mind you, this one is just one of our personal little fans, but you can find these little travel pillows. You can find a little ottoman deal thing here. I did find pet stuff, Lazy Susan, board games. You can find these little babies. Yes, I could probably get more money online, but I really don't care. I just want to sell it to sell it. This was a personal item of mine, so of course, you know, like I told you guys, some of the items are mine, but no. There's books. I found movies. I found this collection here, like this vase was there in one of the storage units. This collection here was also there. This was also there. These were there. This was there. All of this down here, you see all of that stuff down there? Those are little glass vases, dishes, Christmas items, picture frames, and then the gaps that you see here, I will sell the box. Like if you come to me and you're like, oh, these little picture frames, how cute, how much are they? I will offer them the whole box because I don't want it. I'm like, take it for 20 bucks. Just this right here, this box is worth $20. So the frames in there, they're free. Take it. Okay. Now when a person hears the word free, they're like, really? Like, okay, sure, yeah, let's go. And then, you know, they start adding up and blah, blah, blah. I don't lose. You don't understand. I don't lose a penny because I've already made my money back for the unit. And then whatever's there is just extra money for me. But if you have the time and you have the energy and you want to sell every little frame for a specific dollar amount, good luck, because you're going to have the items for forever. And I move items. I haven't purchased a unit in like the longest time, like 10 years plus. So yes, I've had these items for that long. Now let me show you more on this side. See, I have coffee mugs. I have ashtrays, look at that, Palace Station, the Rio Casino. This one I believe is from the Laughlin Casino. I don't know if you can see it or not. Here's a nice plate. There's a little pet dish for, I don't know, like a snack. I don't even know. Look at that. How cute is that? Glasses. This one was a personal item. This one's a personal item. Now this little table we had found in the storage unit, but this artwork here, the Hubbalicious created it. He did the draw. He like copied it, okay? It's not his original. He copied it, but he did the, it's wood burn, but he does a little polish over it. And oh, and I forgot to show you, here's Halloween stuff. I found these as well. That right there. These chairs, these were like super crusty and rusted and gross, and he painted them black, and then he kind of did this whole little art stuff there. And he did the same, this he made this, it's a planter for, you know, plants. Here's another chair. I mean, these were rusted, like these were like, people would be like throwing them away. Well, my husband cleaned them really well, painted them black because he wanted them black, and then he did this. Okay, there's 3 of those. I have these items here as well. This is a personal item, that's a personal item. This is a personal item. We have a big butcher block right there. My husband used to do flooring, so then we have like a piece of granite right there, leftover stuff. And then this is, let me show you, we have a stop sign that was actually part of a storage unit, believe it or not. So was that beautiful little heart right there. So was that fish right there. This guitar was actually a tip from a customer that was given to my husband, and it's a beautiful guitar too. Look at how fancy it is. It's by Gibson. Okay, and so it's worth like $200 to $300, I believe, online. But yeah, we're selling that. So we found this. Star Wars wasn't in the storage unit. Star Wars is my son's collection. And look at all this stuff was in storage units. Look at. When have you seen one of those? Maybe if you Google it, you'll see one now. How cool is that? Look. This was also in one of the storage units. It's all autographed and stuff. Look at the little Energizer bunny. These are sealed. They've never been opened. This is like 2 games in 1. Those are personal items, but these items here, these were all in storage units. Even that was part of a storage unit. Items up here. Most of these items here were part of the storage unit, including that panda bear in a frame. I don't know if you can see him. So yeah, look, it's a lot of neat stuff, and you won't even know because this, you know, people pack their stuff really well. Those were personal items of ours. It's been a long time that we haven't gone to the lake, so we don't really use them. So I'm trying to like sell them, yada yada, etc, etc, etc. So you see all of that. We have a lot of stuff, and look at that, bins right there. We keep everything pretty much as organized as possible. It looks really nice and clean in here. We just let, you know, parents with little kids know, like, hey, please have your kid be careful. I'll kind of keep an eye on them because they are little kids and they don't know any better, but you know, of course their parents should be teaching them. But I wanted to show you guys that this is something that you guys can do, and it'll give you quick money, good money, and you can start doing it. Kind of look into it though. Don't say, oh, well, because Pinguina started doing it and maybe I should do it. I haven't purchased a storage unit, like I told you guys, in at least 10+ years. Because I did tell you guys in my previous life I was a banker and whatnot, and before that I did other collections. I did collections even in mortgage and stuff like that. That's why I eventually became a banker. But this is something that can be done if you really want to do it. You can do it during the weekend, during the week. Figure out when the auctions are. If they still are doing it, I'm pretty sure they are. I don't think that. If people stop paying their lockers is basically when you start buying them and making money. Be smart about it though. You really do need little to no money to start. I have purchased lockers for $1, okay? And yes, I have made money off that locker, believe it or not. Literally, I was the only one that I bid, and the bidding price started at $1, and I said, I'll take it for $1. And nobody else raised their hands, and they're like, okay, go ahead. Why? Because I spotted what I knew, how I was going to get my dollar back. Legit, no lie. There was a little kid's bed there that I ended up selling for like $20. Little like a doll kid bed or whatever it was, but it was cute. And it had another little like kid stool, but everything else was like garbage. So nobody wanted to pay to clean it up, basically. I basically paid $1, but I made my dollar back. Promise you. Then there was another storage unit where I had a stackable washer and dryer. And I think I paid like $50 for that, because you don't know if it's going to work or not. But, you know, my mind and the hubbalicious mind does work like a million miles per hour, where we are creative souls. So we saw ways that if that washer and dryer unit didn't work, we know what to do. So as you saw the rusty chairs that nobody wanted, that my husband cleaned up and painted and all that stuff, I mean, we're going to sell it and make our money back. I promise you that. So, well, I'm going to let you guys go, because this is a very long video, because I did have a lot of information, and of course I wanted to share. This is something you guys can do, not too often or often. I don't want to say make it, but you can. If you're very smart about it, yes, you can actually rent yourself a little place in town, wherever you live, and make your own little thrift store. And there you go. There you have it. That's probably going to be a little bit more of a successful, you know, of a thrift store if you do it that way. There was a lady that actually, she was one of my competitors. We used to drive into Vegas all the time. She used to buy, she had actually bought like a U-Haul truck. And that's what she used to use to load her stuff. She had employees and all that stuff. She was making money, but sadly, you know, she passed away, and none of her kids wanted to take over, so they just got rid of everything. I just found out when I moved back this year to my town. You know, sad, but yeah, you can. I'm sure you can put up a little thrift store and or a space at the swap meet, and this can be legit your business if you like doing it, if you like selling. The hubbalicious and I just do it for extra money here and there. Right now that our plans are to head into Central America, I don't want to leave this stuff lying around anymore. I don't want people breaking into the house or bothering the tenants when I rent out the house. So that's why I'm selling a lot of it pretty cheap, pretty fast. If you guys are interested in any of the items that I actually showed you guys in my videos, majority of it is right now, as this video is being made, is legit. I'm going to try to post this as soon as possible. Send me an email. My email somewhere there in the, what is it called, biography, my jigger. But send me an email, and if you're interested in something, I might be able to ship it to you. If you're close by, you might want to drive by. You're welcome to come pick it up. Just again, depending on what it is, you guys, but be open to putting it on Facebook Marketplace. Be open to maybe on eBay, but those do cost money. That's why I do it my way from my garage, because that doesn't cost me anything. Besides the fact that I don't park my cars in the in the garage. That's basically about it. But oh my goodness, so I'm gonna let you guys go here. It is already a very long video, but I had so much to share. I was super excited because I really had forgotten to share this with you guys, and I said, oh, you know what, I'm gonna show them like that stack of money. Believe it or not, if I didn't say it, let me say it now. It was $580 that I made this weekend. And that's legit gonna help me pay for my electricity, internet, you know, that could probably be somebody's, probably half their rent payment, honestly. Depending on which state in the United States you live in, or what country. I don't even know if you're able to do it in your country, but I mean, in the United States, if you're able to do it, that could be your car payment, your insurance payment, some type of payment, food money, gas money, play money. Definitely up to you. All right, my amigos. So like I tell you in every video, I want to thank all my amigos that stay from minute number 1 all the way to the very end. Know that I love you guys so much for always being there for me and helping me out. And I see that my channel is growing and I love it very much. And I love all the comments. I'll try to reply whenever I can. Don't forget, you do you, I'll do me. And then we'll see you in the next video. May God bless you all.